I'm Pieter Lawman and I'm playing Torvald Helmer in A Doll's House. I'm excited about being in this production for a few reasons really. One, I just finished a show in Exeter in Rougemont Gardens playing Romeo and Juliet, and staying on in Exeter, which I really enjoyed working here. Staying on is a fantastic thing, especially when work can be so sporadic. It's lovely to be asked to do another job. But also the play, it's a cracking play, and to go from a show with a cast of 12, 13 into a really small cast show. There's only 6 of us. It's just really exciting, and it's a cracking play. It's a brilliant play and an amazing part. Torvald is he's a man of structure, and he's been married to Nora for 7 or 8 years now. Sort of Nora, the main character, and their lives have followed a very structured path, one that society deems the normal way. You work hard. You sort of start off in a low position. He's worked up from being a civil servant, went into the legal profession, became a lawyer, but only took jobs that were very of good, moral standing. He probably wouldn't have defended anyone if there was a even remote possibility that they might have been guilty. And worked as a lawyer, wasn't making enough money, so has just been offered a job as head of the bank. And it's very exciting because it's going to turn their life around with this new world of kind of riches and high standing in society. And that's the sort of man he is, really. He's a very moral man, and his name is sort of one of the most important things to him, and honour is very important. The most difficult thing about playing Torvald, I think, is that without giving too much away to an audience that hasn't seen it yet, there's a huge shift in the third act, the final 20 minutes of the play, where something happens. The big climax of the play occurs, and up to that point, I can sort of relate to him. I can see characteristics in him that I can connect with, and this shift in him happens, and it happens it does a complete 180 turn. I won't say too much, but it's quite shocking change in his character, and at the moment I find it very difficult to sort of connect to that. We'll get there. We've still got 3 weeks of rehearsal, but it's very exciting as well to know that we've got to find this still, but that's going to be quite tricky, I think. Ibsen to me. It sounds really Philistine. I knew very little about Ibsen before coming to this job, other than he's famous for being sort of the father of modern theatre, of modern realism. So I knew he was famous for that, but I didn't even see my first Ibsen play until a year ago. I saw Hedda Gabler at the Dublin Festival last year in October, and I didn't know the story at all. And the final moment, something incredibly shocking happens. And I was completely blown away by it. I wasn't expecting it at all. So sort of since then, I've been taking a bit more of an interest, reading a bit more Ibsen. And then when this came up, like I said, it's just a belting play. It's a cracking play. It's so rich in texture. You can't believe that it was written, well over 100 years ago.